D2 Word Life here with CreepyMonkey HeadGame. Anything you need to say, dumbass, during this intro?
I am playing PlayStation exclusive DualShock 4, DualShock 5, fuck it, no, it's DualSense shit.
You can't even fucking talk.
What is the game?
Oh yeah, by the way, this is the DNF podcast, the 5th podcast.
Of basically PS5 bullshit.
And today we're going to talk about how hard the PS5's been getting ever since the release date, and scalpers. The main reason why no one can get a PS5 right now. So, Chris, you got a PS5. Why don't you tell me about the one that you got?
It is fucking quiet. It's like silent. I don't know how else to describe it, but just completely silent. It's got an SSD in it, so downloading games is really fast. I mean, it's basically a computer. It's on like the lines of a budget computer now. If I had to describe it, it's what you would expect. It's better than the PS4. Yes, there's a few little bugs and shit, you know, because it's new and shit. The main problem is a huge-ass shortage of them because of a microchip shortage, which you can do your research on yourself. But for the most part, PS5s are not available. They're really fucking good, and they would have been priced good if there was a damn enough of them.
But that's where we're going to get into today's topics.
Okay, so D2, you have eBay open, correct?
Yes, I have eBay and I have Amazon up.
What is the first price you see right now?
$2,000.
Oh, for $2,000. Now, in retrospect, I live in Canada, so this is in Canadian currency, but I paid about $800 for the console, a controller, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
That's because you got other shit with it too. But usually, an advertised price. Well, for those listening, Chris is Canadian.
I paid $800 for all that shit.
Chris is Canadian. I'm from California in the United States.
So that's even cheaper.
Over here in the United States, a digital copy, I believe, is advertised at $3.99, and a disc console is $4.99. So just keep that in mind when we're talking about the scalper prices.
Yeah, I also have the disc version. I don't see the reason why not to get the disc drive, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's saving money, but you're literally just fucking paying for a console with less features. So I don't get the people that say that you know, it's better than the fucking...
Well, I can kind of understand their logic because more people are just downloading games these days as opposed to buying discs.
Yeah, I know, but saying it's better, it's kind of like counterintuitive because now it's just like, yeah, you lose a feature. Yeah, it might look better.
I mean, I'm not saying which is better, and so that's just up to the opinion of the person buying the console, whatever console. But I'm not going to say that, the disc version is better or the digital one's better. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying for myself, I'd probably get a digital version, not because it's cheaper, but because I've been downloading a lot more games as opposed to buying them on discs. So I might as well just get rid of the disc aspect of it.
If you do want to buy like an exclusive or something that's like, you know, on disc and shit, you know, it's nice to have the option of the disc.
Yeah, that and the disc reader shit on both my PS3 and PS4s, so that's why I'm going digital on PS5 as well.
Yeah.
But then again, But then again, that would make playing like Blu-ray in the damn console difficult too. If anyone still watches freaking discs and DVDs, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. The thing I hate about the PS4 and the PS5 is they took away CDs. You can't play CDs anymore.
Oof.
And I think the PS5 can't play DVDs, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that.
I think they can. Because I have a couple DVDs I remember like watching some of the shit on here.
I'm not talking about the PS4, I'm talking about the PS5. Here.
Well, I'm talking about the PS4
Now,
right now, but
another topic of like a huge debate here, and I pretty much think it's divided between like both sides of fucking PlayStation. People that actually enjoy the look of it, and the people who just don't give a fucking shit about the look of it.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people think it looks ugly. I don't think it looks ugly. I think it looks unique.
Yeah, and for me, it's like
everybody just wants to go more simplistic, and I just hate it. Especially in the PC world. You look at it's just a fucking glass box with your computer components, and just a whole bunch of fucking rainbow puke light.
Yeah, and for me,
whatever happened to the art and style of fucking shit?
It's like the PS4 I got. The PS4 I'm using right now is the PS4 Pro system. But I'll probably get a PS5 eventually. I mean, I'm not getting one right now for obvious reasons, but when they become readily available after the big whole scammer apocalypse is done, or scalper apocalypse is done, whatever you want to call it, then I'll get one then. Probably won't happen for another year, though. So, yeah. So what's the first price you see on eBay for these scalper prices?
I don't have the phone right now.
Fine, we'll talk about the second scalper price I see. $1,300. Now, would you pay $1,300 for a dang gaming console?
No, I mean, I haven't even put that into my computer yet. Actually, I might have. I think I did. But still, it's a computer, and a pretty decent computer. I'm not going to be running a fucking graphics card because fucking scalper prices on that. But you don't know enough about PC to do a podcast for PC shit.
Well, you would, by yourself.
Yeah, I know, but basically just like the PS5, it's all electronics. It's not just the PS5 like going all fucking shit.
And I think this shit is fucking ridiculous and shit. But you know what's even more screwed up? There's people out there willing to pay that much because they're desperate for a PS5. Ugh. Ain't that ridiculous?
Yeah. I mean, if you got the money, then go ahead. I mean, it's a fantastic console, and I would basically recommend it to anybody.
But even if I had that much money burning a hole in my pocket, I still wouldn't pay that much. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at that screenshot you sent me literally yesterday right now. The highest one I see on there. The highest one I see on there is Canadian, $31,000.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't even buy. I wouldn't even buy a used car for that much. I'd be paying less for a used car for that thing. For that much money. Jesus Christ, dude! What else would you do with 31 grand? Like, be logical here. What would you do with 31 grand?
I'd probably put it towards a mortgage.
Exactly. There's a lot of other useful things you can do with that much money than buy a scalper.
I'm not gonna lie.
Console.
I'm patient. I would wait for a console, buy a house, and then shit.
Shit, where I lived, I could possibly buy a fucking house. Maybe. Cheap one, run down one. That's made out of cardboard. Anyway. But anyway, it's like these scalper prices are really freaking ridiculous.
Well, no shit, D2.
So let's scroll down here. It's like 1,300, 800, 900, a grand. Jesus Christ, this is pathetic. And these people are fucking... people are fucking paying for this bullcrap? Now let's go see what M says. 12 grand for that one. Someone's selling one for 800. This is all ridiculous shit, man. So, if you were to sell your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 right now...
PS5. I'm going to be posting my PS5 on eBay for $50,000.
Ain't no one paying for that, dipshit.
Well, if they do, I got 50,000 freaking dollars. And, yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to sell it at scalper prices, but if I'm going to sell it at scalper prices, I'm going to go... You're just an idiot for buying it, but if you do, then thank you for fucking buying my PS5.
I think anybody that would be willing to pay over $1,000 for a PlayStation 5 is fucking retarded or stupid. That's just my opinion. Oh yeah, and here's another thing I need to acknowledge. I love how I have like news articles or news freaking apps on my phones that pop up with these notifications all the time. And lately, I just think it's funny how it would pop up saying, "Oh, PS5 restock in these stores," and as soon as I click on it, update sold out. Within a second of it going up, because a scalper bot's buying out everything. So, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I mean, that I don't like, but like, I mean, I do wish I paid for more, you know, PS5s. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, but like, I mean, it's a good way to fucking make a profit, bro.
Yeah, but they're profiting on shit that's not even their creation. And they're pretty much scalpers, they're pretty much scammers at this point. Selling a goddamn system for 3, 4, 10 times the amount that it is, or higher than that, that's bullshit, and you know it's bullshit, Chris.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't sell one for like that, but
I mean,
if I did buy 2 of them, I mean, I would have already paid off my system.
If you didn't have your PS5 system, would you pay any of these scalper prices that we've been seeing lately?
No, probably the most I would think of paying is $800 just for the console.
But like that 30-something grand that you've seen, that's fucking stupid and ridiculous.
On Thursday, I was watching auctions on like my fucking lunch break. I saw 3 consoles sell for fucking over 20 grand.
That's ridiculous. That's fucking stupid, and those people are stupid for buying it that much.
I don't know who's fucking spending that, because you could still like fucking scroll around and find one for like 1,000. Right?
I wouldn't even want to pay 1,000. The most.
But like, I mean,
I would never pay for the scalper prices. I would never pay for the scalpers prices. But if I was going to,
okay, if you would go with 1,000 instead of the fucking 30 fucking K, wouldn't you?
Okay, 30,000 versus 1,000. They both suck for scalper prices, but at least 1,000 is cheaper.
That's what I mean, right? You're just flexing at that fucking point. You know?
But in all reality, I wouldn't pay either one of those. but you know what I mean. Because I'd rather just wait until freaking the craze dies down and they're readily available everywhere.
Show off, like, because you have a fucking rich, tiny ass dick, so you have to fucking flex with your fucking money and bull crap.
Yeah, it's very freaking ridiculous, and everyone knows it's ridiculous. And those people that buy that shit are just feeding into the scalper's operation. So they ain't much better than the scalper themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you think about it, like, you see, if you have, like, a fucking bot fucking buying all the shit, now that I think is, like, bullshit, right? Like, I mean...
Yeah, and there's nothing that the company, Sony, can do about that. There ain't nothing that the retailers can do to stop that.
Yeah, I know, but, like, what the thing is, though, at the scalper prices, when they come back in stock, they're going to sell for that, and when they sell out, you could sell them again for fucking scalper prices. So you're constantly making profit on selling them because you're buying at the stores.
And I don't know if here's another thing there's another thing we need to touch on here.
COVID-19 and everybody losing their jobs and shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's mainly the reason why a lot of people are fucking doing this.
Now let's see. We talked about PlayStation 5, but I need to freaking see this shit. If they're doing scalper prices for the Xbox Series X right now. Considering I heard...
Talk about the Xbox.
Well, I heard that's been impossible too, not that I give a fuck about it.
Well, everything, like, electronic has been impossible to get now, D2.
930, 900, 1,000. 900. Yeah, they're all scalp prices too right now. I have eBay as reference. But Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous as crap. I only looked it up for research. I wanted to know, not that I care about Xbox. Sorry if you're watching this and you own an Xbox. I'm a PlayStation guy. Everyone watching this channel should know that already.
And any Xbox users that are following D2 right now, for just a little story here. For Christmas, I got a fucking Xbox One, took it out of the box, used it for half an hour, and the thing caught on fucking fire.
Oh, ain't that some work for you? Like they're known to do.
I've had PlayStations die on me before, but I've never had one literally burst into flame because it's just trying to run Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's the gaming gods up there telling you need to buy a PlayStation.
I only got it so I could play like a fucking Xbox exclusive, and then it went to multi-platform like a year later.
But anyway.
So I never bought another one. Well, I did, but like.
But anyway, it's like. That's just. You have any last thoughts about these scalpers and scalping prices before we end this podcast, or like add more to it? From what you've seen?
No, I really don't really think much of them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, you know, anyone that wants a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, I don't care which system you're looking for, just wait until the craze for them ends, until the scalping shit ends. May have to wait 6 months, may have to wait a year.
May have to wait 6 years.
May have to wait like 2 years. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit back and just wait until they're readily available everywhere without the scalping problem going on. And just pay the regular price at the store for it, because ain't no way I'm going to pay these scalper prices, and you shouldn't either. I mean, they're just freaking ridiculous. Like, the most ridiculous price I've seen was that 31 grand one that you showed me the other day, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what was your initial thoughts when you first seen that? Before you sent me the screenshot.
When I took that picture, that was the first one on screen.
And what were you thinking when you first seen that?
I was just thinking, time to fucking sell my system.
When I first seen you, when you sent that to me on Instagram, and I seen that, I'm just like, what in the fuck? And I thought 20 grand that I ran into was ridiculous.
Yeah, which is why I'm just deciding to go big or go home. 50 grand. Buy my PlayStation.
Even if I had that much burning a hole in my pocket, you still wouldn't get 50 grand out of me.
Well, I don't even think you have that, D2.
Well, even if I did, you still wouldn't get it. So anyway, I know this podcast ain't as long as other. I mean, we're like a little over the 20-minute mark. But pretty much what is more to be said? We pretty much said our pieces about scalpers. They're pieces of crap. They need to be stopped, but there's no way to freaking stop them. But the only way to not to stop them from their operation is just not buy what they're selling. Make them go broke. You know what I'm saying? And wait until the scalper problem's done and over with, when the shit's readily available, and just, you know, buy it then. Even if that means waiting 6 months to a year, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, someday I'll have a PS5. It just won't be anytime soon. Unlike Mr. Lucky here that pre-ordered one.
Come out.
Unlike Mr. Lucky here that pre-ordered one.
If you really, really fucking wanted the system, you would have fucking ordered it long ago.
Yeah. Just think, I was going to do that, but I was hesitant, and that was my bad. But one day I'll have one, and I'll be doing video content on that when that time comes. So, final thoughts before I end this podcast here?
PS5 would recommend. Please buy my PS5 for 50 grand.
And for those of you listening, do not buy his PS5 for 50 grand. He's scalping you.
No, D2. Fucking encourage them. I'll give you half the money.
You ain't gonna give me 25 grand if you sell that thing for 50.
I'm not okay. I'm kidding. There, I'll buy you a PS5 for that price.
Sadly, in the world we live in, that could be a true statement.
I'll fucking own a house and multiple PS5s.
Anyway, this has been the DNF podcast. It's like, subscribe to CreepyMonkey. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you enjoyed this little discussion, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.